closing show of the 5-Minute Mile. I am Christine Weems. I'm one of the co-directors of the show and a founding board member of Running Productions. Over there behind the camera is Kacie Adams. She lost her voice. She's one of the other co-directors. Between the two of us, we directed all 32 of the short plays, all of which you're not going to see tonight. Because if you were to see all 32 tonight, you'd be here for 3.5 hours, and I'm sure you don't want to necessarily be in theater for 3.5 hours. That being said, we gave you a ballot when you walked in the door, all right? So I'm going to rewind a little bit. There are 32 plays that we prepared. We have an ensemble of 11 actors. That's Josh. Josh is the stage manager. He's also a board member of Co-Man Writing. Actually, so is CC. We did a nationwide search for 5-minute plays and monologues, and we received over 400 of them. My husband, Michael Weems, is the artistic director. He waded through all 400 of those scripts, narrowed it down, and then we had a reading committee narrow it down even further to the 32 that are listed on the ballot that you have before you. So, on to the fun part. The 8 that are marked off are the first 8 you're definitely going to see. We're about to draw another 6 out of this bag, and those will be the next 6 that you will see. Of the remaining 18 plays that will then be left on your ballot, you're going to vote on 6. Any 6 that you want to see for whatever reason. And then whoever are the top 6 vote getters, those will be the last 6 that will perform at the end of the night. Complicated enough? It's theater. We like to make it a little interactive and fun. So that being said, let's just pick some plays. Hello, Mark. Who is Mark and Mark? What'd you get?
Tombstone Tango.
Great. So mark that one off your ballot because you're already going to see that. You should not vote for Tombstone Tango because it will be a wasted vote. Who wants to waste votes? You want your vote to be meaningful. You want to pick one? You can pick one. Pick a good one. What'd you get?
Le Beaute is in the eye.
Le Beaute is in the eye of the beholder. Mark that one off because now you're automatically going to see that one. And again, you don't want to waste your vote. Jenny, you've seen so many. You might as well pick another one. What'd you get, Jenny?
Yeah.
Backfired. It's ironic. You picked your own child. Alright, sure, you grab one. Pick a good one. Make sure it's a really good one.
Backfired.
By the Scarlet Letter.
Brought to you by the Scarlet Letter. You should mark that one off because you are automatically going to see that one as well. Alright. What are you doing?
Can I get a new pen?
This is your congratulations on getting a job. Janie got a job after she takes the bar exam. We're very, very excited for Janie. Waiting room. Waiting room. Mark that one off. You are automatically going to see that one as well. I'll let you pick the last one. You already had a job, so it's not very exciting.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary, you're going to absolutely see that one this evening. So, mark off your list, Bloody Mary, Waiting Room, brought to you by the Scarlet Letter, Backfire, La Beaute is in the eye of the beholder, and Tombstone Tango. So everything else that you haven't marked off, those are the things that you can vote on. So just take a moment, look at it. You just circle 6. Circle any 6 titles that you think you want to see, sound interesting, you know one of the actors. Like if you want to see Mark, Gonzalez, Mark, this guy, you see there's a couple of them that he's still in that haven't been picked yet. Anatomically correct, nice sculpture heart. Craig. I actually wrote one, like, the customer's always right. Yeah, I actually directed that one. But yeah, just whichever one grabs you, and then whenever you're done voting, you just let me know, and I will grab the ballot from you. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here for a second. I've been running around crazy for it. You could have taken more pens. Yeah.
Your turn, you're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you voting, Kacie?
I am voting. I'm gonna watch the show. I should get a vote.
I like E's. I directed E's. So I'm gonna vote.
That's not what happened, actually.
You mark the third.
There's at least one that I definitely didn't direct that I definitely want to see. You shouldn't hate me. I'm sure everyone here would also like to see
Oh
it.
my God, you sound like you sound great right now. Like you almost sound good enough to go on stage.
Cough, vote for Woo Girls Cough.
We damn shame we didn't do that one again. My turn, your turn.
Did Josh vote?
Somebody said there's gonna
He selects.
Somebody said there's gonna be an interactive component to
He
theater.
counts.
Sitting up for one. Here's the pen. Sir. All right, everybody. Sit back, enjoy your dose of theater, and I'll see you at intermission.
Tune in tomorrow by Tom Misuraca, directed by Kacie Adams.
Mom? I got your message. What's wrong?
Nina's dead.
Oh my God. Who's Nina?
Belle's daughter.
Oh. Who's Belle?
Craig's half-sister.
Do I know these people?
I tell you about them all the time.
What happened?
She was murdered, stabbed to death.
That's terrible.
She just started medical school. She had her whole life ahead of her.
That's a tragedy. Do the police have a suspect?
Nina's boyfriend, Spike.
These abusive men need to get what's coming to them.
But it was really her mother's boyfriend. He's a psychopath. He framed Spike.
Why would you suspect that?
Well, I saw him do it.
Wait, is this your soap opera?
What else would we be talking about?
Real people. You called me in hysterics over a fictional character.
She's like family to me.
But to be so distraught.
Nina's been on the show her whole life. They didn't age her like her peers.
Mom.
Well, it's my only drama. You never tell me anything.
I don't want to burden you.
Well, I can handle anything after Nina's death.
It didn't sound that way when you called.
But it was a shock. I didn't see anything about it in the gossip magazines.
Well, my life doesn't have baby switches, evil twins, and people returning from the dead.
I'm happy with anything. The things that are mundane to you are exciting to me.
There's a woman in my office who's having an affair with the guy who works at Starbucks. We first found out when her grandes changed to mentees.
I'll upgrade her for free, I'll bet.
You know it. And at Christmas time, she'd come back from lunch break smelling like peppermint.
Oh my goodness.
Then last week, her husband came to the office.
Oh no!
Yes, and he said to her, "I'll tell you tomorrow."
What?
Have a good night.
Wait, you can't leave me hanging!
Kacie Adams.
How about this?
Not this. You're too close.
Okay. What about this?
It's massive. I can hear my footsteps. It makes me feel so small, like I don't matter.
And this?
No, there's no heart.
No heart? More like thousands of hearts.
Not one joint beat.
You know what? I'm tired of this. You have a home. We have a home. What are we doing here? I'm starting to suspect it's me.
You. Why does it have to be about you always? This has nothing to do with you.
That's my fear.
Sorry. It's just... This is the first thing I'm doing for me, ever done for me. This isn't about planning our vacation, or shopping for our dinner, or walking our dog, or other our things.
Okay, yes, but say you do find a place you fit. What if I don't fit there with you?
Don't be silly.
Silly. I can't even get you to take my name.
You can't blame me.
Oh,
When your name is Commerce, you know why.
no. Remind me.
All my life, I've been defined by men's names. First my father's name, then my first husband's name, then my stepfather's name, and he didn't even adopt me, and then my second husband's name,
Perhaps next time, less husbands?
or fathers. Can we keep going, please? I will know it when we're there. I will feel it.
You'll feel it.
This feeling of a peace inside.
I get this anytime I'm near you.
Oh,
How about this place here?
listen.
What?
Just listen.
What am I listening for?
People speaking a foreign language.
Yes, Italian, I believe. I love the sound of it.
No, I would recognize Italian. I think it's Portuguese. I would never learn it. I would feel the way I first felt when I first came to the States. I would feel huge and stupid.
At first.
No, I can't do that again. Just going to the pharmacy to get tampons would be an issue, and then how would I find a therapist? I need a therapist.
You do. Look, if this place makes you happy, I will learn whatever language this is and go buy tampons for you. And maybe you'll be happy enough where you won't need a therapist. It's so warm here. It's the ocean. It's so blue, so fresh.
I don't know. I would need to be in shape all the time, and the nights would be cold, and the houses are cold and made of stone.
I could warm you up.
I don't always want that.
Why is that?
What do you mean?
Why don't you want it?
I didn't say I didn't want it. I just don't always want it. I can't reliably want it. I can't want it on demand.
I'm not demanding.
No, but then you get real close and you start rubbing me in safe places.
Safe places?
Yes, like shoulders, arms, top of the back, and then real quick you brush my breast
Well,
and
what's wrong with that?
nothing's wrong, I just don't want it.
You could tell me, indicate
I
your
do, I
preferences.
indicate, it's just I'm usually too subtle until I literally have to push you off of me.
What would you have me do?
Stop touching me all the time, stop petting me, I'm not a lemur.
A That's what came to you? Lemurs live in trees, don't they? What about this place here?
It's a tree. A tree's not a place.
A lemur would disagree. We could build a tree house. Right there.
I'm not 5.
Sometimes you are. I'm all out of ideas. I'm spent. I want to sleep.
Sleep.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid that if I close my eyes, you'll be gone for good.
Sleep. I see a path. It leads deeper into the woods. I never thought, didn't consider how perfect, how fitting. I remember I'm 5. It's summer, we're at a barbecue. There are kids playing catch, and I don't want to play. There are adults arguing about something. It's also hot and loud, and I begin to wander towards those trees because they look quiet and cool. I'm barefoot, and I have an ice lolly. It's red, and my hands are sticky with it. I find a patch of moss that is wet from the rain the night before, and I sit down in it. And the wet feels nice on my butt. I begin to cool off, and then I begin to drift. I dream that I am a rabbit living under in the roots of a tall pine. It is nice and cool and earthy and cozy. I'm happy until they find me.
Nights in White Cotton by Loretta Bolger, directed by Christine Weems.
4 days until my anniversary. I better start getting ready. Every year we go to Shea Claude and I wear my wedding dress. Oh, it's got no veil, so it's just a lacy cotton dress, but isn't it gorgeous? Warren picked it out. Oh, I know that they say that it's bad luck for the groom to see the gown before the wedding, but he was right. This was better than the ivory chiffon dress that I picked out. Oh, I hope it fits. I'm feeling kind of puffy lately. So far, so good. enough to sit the subject. Maybe after a glass of Merlot. The first year, I did not try it on in advance. Warren had quit smoking, and he had given me 6 months to do the same. And I did. But I ate a lot of M&Ms that year. Simple clothes, and I had to use safety pins. At dinner, Warren had changed my order from Szeto-Joe to salad. After that, I lived on greens until he stopped calling me Miss Piggy. He said if I let myself go again, he'd lock the refrigerator. The next year, the dress fit with room to spare. Although I spilled a little soup on it. Called me a slob and he hit me. It was just a soft slap, but I cried myself to sleep. Oh, but the next morning, he gave me this beautiful brooch. I've worn it for the last 2 dinners. Well, the first time, it snagged the fabric a little bit. Yeah, the slap I got that night was not gentle, and there was no gift afterwards. Last year, he accused me of flirting with the waiter, and he said that I looked like a slut. I reminded him that he was the one who picked out this dress, and he slammed my head into a wall. I never know what's going to set his temper off. And I don't know what keeps me from leaving him. I guess I do know. I love him. He's all I have. My parents are gone. I haven't spoken with my brother in years. He and Warren didn't get along. And whose side was I supposed to choose? Warren didn't like my friends either, so one by one, they just disappeared. Okay, I need to stop stalling. Zip this up. It should be fine. I barely touch carbs anymore. It's too small. What happened? I have lost 10 pounds in the last year since I went off the pill. No wonder I feel so queasy. And oh my god, my period is so late. I thought it was just stress again. I've always wanted a baby. And Warren said that he did too. At first it was fine, and then maybe, then no way am I sharing you with a kid. He hated the pill and the diaphragm, and he refused to get a vasectomy. So I finally agreed to get my tubes tied. And now what? If I tell him, he will hurt me for sure, and he will never let me keep the baby. If I were on my own, I could. No! How can I say that? He is all I have. He isn't. Not anymore. I gotta leave tonight. Before Warren gets back, before I lose my nerve. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, I know what I'm not bringing. I have warned you for the last time. Oh, first, let me buy you a farewell drink. How about some wine? If my baby's a girl, and she gets married, I will tell her to wear anything she likes, any dress at all. Except this one.
Apoptosis by Sara, directed by Kacie.
Hi, my name is Kristen, and my final oral report is on the life of a neuron. Neurons start out like any other cell as products of cellular division. Early in fetal development, these cells begin to differentiate into tissue types. Each organ develops according to their orientation in the fetus. This is an especially crucial development for the nervous system. During the process of the cellular differentiation, glial cells and neurons emerge. Glial cells function as the pathways between cells that convey and maintain neuron traffic. Neurons, of course, are the cells actively participating in receiving, interpreting, and relaying information in forms of electrical signals. As neurons begin to program themselves and axons develop, they migrate to other parts of what will become the nervous system based on the information they are given by their surroundings. As they find their final destinations, neurons will begin to send signals out to other neurons as a form of invitation to form the synapses through which they will communicate electrical impulses. Cells in motion pick up on those signals and begin to move in their direction. These signals are not directed, rather they are sent out to certain radius to all available unfixed neurons who will compete for all available connection points of the sender. When neurons connect, the new partner forms dendrites and synapses appear. Myelin forms a sheath around the axon of each cell to help expedite the process of information transfer along the cells and to protect the axon from external factors. After all available connection points are filled, the fixed neuron will send out another signal, warding off incoming neurons still migrating in their direction. If, however, the traveling neuron doesn't reach the fixed neuron in time to connect, it undergoes a process called apoptosis. This process, also utilized when cells malfunction, is sort of a programmed cellular suicide. First, the cell begins to shrink and blebs, or irregular bulges, form on the cell wall. Next, the chromatin content of the cell, the DNA and proteins, degrade, stripping the cell of its discovered identity. Next, the mitochondria in the cell break down through the release of cytochrome C, now unavailable to communicate with other cells or create cellular energy. The cells tear apart, released to the environment in fragments. All its potential is scattered through its surroundings, along with phosphatidylserine. This fat, normally hidden under the cell skin, signals other cells to devour its former body, leaving nothing behind to inhibit the process of the rest of the organisms and its extracellular functions. The body hardly remembers the existence of the cell or that it once wanted to connect with someone, to be a part of something, to be loved. But as tragic as it sounds, this cellular suicide is just as necessary for life and cellular health as mitosis and cell creation are. Thank you.
By Tom Moran, directed by Weems.
You understand how unusual this visit is, Mr. Howell?
Yes, but it's very important that I speak about my dog.
Certainly. Molly is an exceptionally bright and well-rounded student.
Right, and it's my understanding that it's very difficult to get accepted here.
Well, we are an august and prestigious institution, yes.
Right, so I'm here to see if I might have any sway on the admissions process.
I'm afraid I don't understand what you're asking.
Maybe this will help. It's for the endowment. Nothing more important than having a big endowment, am I right?
Mr. Howell, this institution has never condoned bribery. I'm afraid I don't understand you, sir. Molly scored perfect on her SATs. She was class president. For 2 summers, she volunteered in
Yep, and the South Sudan and the refugee camp, yep, I know.
Well, my point is, we're going to accept her.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm afraid you've lost me.
I just want to make sure that the most stringent application process and admissions process is applied to Molly. I wouldn't want her to take the place of a more deserving student.
Mr. Howell, are you bribing me to turn your daughter down?
Yes. That took a long time to get to. Yeah.
But why?
How much does it cost to go here?
It's about $70,000.
Times 4. That's $280,000. Right here, $10,000. Go build yourself a nice patio and save me $270K.
Mr. Howell, I just don't do these types of things. There are lots of ways to pay for college, and you don't seem to think your daughter's education is worthwhile.
Now, I wouldn't say that. I do the exact same thing for my son. Luckily, he's pulling a straight B- and his reach goal is the University of Phoenix.
Well, as I said, there are lots of ways to pay for college. Have you considered speaking to our financial aid office?
What, and shackle Molly to 2 decades of crippling student loan debt? What kind of dad do you think I am?
I'm sure she could have a very lucrative career in any number.
Look. She's really not that great.
What?
Class president is a popularity contest, and standardized tests don't mean jack. And you really think they let her do anything substantive there in Sudan? That place is run by military militias, and there's Ebola monkeys all over the place.
She was also all-state in fencing and basketball.
Right, about that. Look at that. That's her missing the game-winning layup at state semifinals. Look at that form.
Wait, is that Photoshop?
Would you like to see a clip of her messing up the school production of Annie Get Your Gun?
No, I want you to leave.
Look, you already reject 94% of applicants. What's wrong with rejecting 94.01?
Do you have any idea how higher education works?
Of course I do. Molly gets accepted here. My wife and I go broke. She gets surrounded by rich, white, entitled people and wants to become one of them. So she moves to New York, becomes a hedge fund manager, makes money by making the rich richer, meets a douchebag husband who also does the same job of just moving money around. They have 2 spoiled kids. 18 years later, they come back here and apply, and the cycle continues. A canoe attack.
That's a depressing way of looking at it.
Look, I ain't forking over $280,000 to become part of the problem. So what do you say? Take this and buy yourself a nice another diploma.
50.
50?
50 grand, and Molly is on a Greyhound to safety school.
God, that's a lot of money. And I need to talk to my wife about this. She was already on the fencing and she went to school here and all.
Wait, your wife is an alumna? Molly is a legacy?
Yeah, why?
In that case, 100.
You got me! It took Felicity Huffman only $15,000. Where am I supposed to get that type of money?
Have you considered speaking to our financial aid office?
Vespers by Christine Foster. Directed by Christine Weems.
Today, the skin of the earth shuddered. It was just a roll and a lurch, just enough to make the candlesticks fall off the altar. I had been told to wait here and to remove my garments, and I had not been told why. Perhaps it is because this morning, when I went into the courtyard of the cloister, I slipped off my shoes and felt a prickling rawness in my soles, like I had walked in the snow and tried to wear my feet too fast by the fire. The earth felt hot and tight, like the skin of Sister Marta when she had that fever and died in 2 nights. I told all of this to Sister Gabriella, and she crossed herself and hurried me into the chapel to pray with her, which I did most willingly. It was then that the earth shuddered, and the candlesticks fell. We rushed outside, only to find that the wall to the orchard where we ripen our sweet pears had shuddered and collapsed. Sister Sophia lay pale and still beneath it. After a hearty bout of heaving, we managed to draw her out, bruised, but still breathing. I placed my palm upon her cheek, and she let out forth such a shriek that the others nearly dropped her in their fright. It was then that they dragged me before the Mother Abbess. She asked me why I thought I must become a nun. I told her I thought this had been decided for me when my mother had died and my uncle had brought me to the convent. She paused and then asked if I had ever seen my mother since or held discourse with her. I started, for though it is true that Mama has been dead these 8 years, I do still feel her presence sometimes. At night, I feel her breath upon my hair as she slips into bed beside me. But I didn't tell her that. How does the morning speak to you? My mother would ask as we broke our fast and peered outside. We would smile and set about our tasks for the day, which my mother calls our play, whether it be to gather herbs or mend or sing or bake. I told Mother Abbess I was glad that God had done the work so that my mother and I might have time to play, for prayer is the deepest play that we do. I told her one time we were making candles and hot wax burned down my arm, causing the skin to sizzle and crackle. My mother clasped my hands and cried, "Let us play that you have not been burned." And I repeated gaily, "I am not burned." When we peeled up the wax, my arm was as it had been before. Mother Abbess's mouth froze into the shape of an O, like the top of the well in the courtyard. She then inquired if I had ever entertained any animals in my cell. I told her that mice do come sometimes to share our crust from the refectory. She then asked if I ever asked them to do anything. I told her I'd just like to watch them, for their eyes remind me of a jet rosary. The last night they never came. Perhaps a higher voice had whispered in their ears about the earth needing to stretch so they may have time to find a safer place. Mother Abbess ran a dry tongue past her lips and said it was one small thing to be able to call to an animal than to get it to do the bidding of that higher voice. I agreed with her, for she seemed in sore need of agreement on something. There is scarce comfort in this cell. I was told that I am to wait here until a man, a doctor, comes, though he is not a doctor of the body, but of truth, though he is also interested in blemishes of the skin, which sounds more like a physician than not. And I do have freckles, like my mother, except we call them angel kisses. I do not mind the wait, for all hours have a purpose if we let them call upon us. Oh, but here I hear hooves outside. Perhaps it is the gentleman with the questions in his mind. I cannot help that all will be well. It will not she never told anyone that she had discovered that she could whisper and speak to the world and it would always answer back. Perhaps that is why she was so misunderstood. To keep a great secret will often make others jealous, whereas I have been at pains to explain my every thought and action. Oh, but now my heart is beginning to race, and as if it's telling me, like the mice, to find a sacred place. But there is none. And all the while, the hour is calling upon me to false prayer. But his hand is on the door, and there's no time left to pray.
Minutes to Midnight by Waldman-Brown. Directed by Kacie.
Alert! Alert! 5 missiles detected. Incoming in T-minus 5 minutes.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, hi, honey. How are you?
Listen, I need your advice.
First things first. How's your wife?
Mom, listen.
Have you heard back from the doctor?
Yeah, everything's good. We want to have a baby.
Oh, honey, aren't you excited?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, it's a lot of work, but there's nothing like it. You're creating the next generation, placing your hope in the future.
Alert! Alert! 5 missiles detected. Incoming in T-minus 4 minutes.
Mom, listen.
You'll make such a wonderful dad.
Thanks, I guess. Listen, say there's an incoming missile alert. 5 missiles in 4 minutes. There's no time to verify the threat. Should I call High Command if I know that they'll strike back? Or...
Well, so if you're going up in a mushroom cloud, do you blow the world up with you?
Only our enemies.
Well, walk me through this. If there are missiles coming and you call High Command...
Well, we're doomed, but we will destroy our enemies.
Do you win the war if you're all dead?
No, but we'll be protecting the rest of the world.
What about nuclear winter?
Alert! Alert! 5 missiles detected. Incoming in T-minus 3 minutes.
Well, it's the basis of modern strategy. It's mutually assured destruction. It's the only option. Otherwise, everything kind of falls apart. What's to stop them from bombing us if they know that we won't bomb them back?
Well, if they're already bombing you, tell me, why does this matter? If you want mutual assurance, you have to pre-program the launch computers or program your men to act like computers. But if they're not programmed, then you actually have a choice. There's nothing to choose, dear. You have to save the children.
What children?
The ones that had nothing to do with building the nuclear arsenal. All those kids in neighboring countries, even our enemies.
Mom, there's a system in place. Soldiers follow orders.
Honey, can you actually see the missiles coming, or do you have to trust some computer?
The early detection system is supposed to be infallible.
That's what they said about our washing machine, and you remember our poor basement. If there's any chance, even in 1 trillion years, that it might be wrong.
Well, how am I supposed to know?
Alert! Alert! 5 missiles detected. Incoming in T-minus 2 minutes.
There's just the alarm, the phone, the high command on speed dial. If I call it in, it's not my fault if he presses the button and launches it. God, he loves that red button.
You'll make the right choice, honey. You always do.
Say I call it, and there's 2 options. 1, the detector's right and we're retaliating global war. Option 2, it's a false alarm, but the high commander strikes anyways, and the enemy retaliates, global war. Now, if I don't call it in, and if, say, the alarm is wrong, then there's still a chance, right? For the children.
That's a silly plan anyway. If you want assured destruction, we'll be around to blame you if you make the wrong call.
Alert! Alert! 5 missiles detected. Incoming in T-minus 1 minute.
Thanks, Mom. I love you.
Love you too, honey. Hope to see you soon.
Alert! Alert! 5 missiles detected. Incoming in T-minus 30 seconds.
Yeats by Christopher Moran. Directed by Kacie.
Am I a fraud? I sometimes think I must be. Wander these paths, these woods are cool. Strangled refugee from the cares of life so many times, so many days. With none but my own thoughts for company. I lose myself so deeply in my own imaginings, my own dreams, my own image of the world and my life as I would like it to be. That these thoughts, these dreams, take on a life that seems to make them real. I find myself passing by the lake, hearing the lonely man staring up from the unspoiled surface of the water, disappearing into incoherent ripples as the swans come into land. The whole mirror before me is broken, disturbed. For a moment, it's like I receive an epiphany. A moment of perfect, unkind clarity where I see just how alone I made myself on these walks, in this seclusion. How pathetic, how reclusive, how hidden away from the truths of life I've allowed myself to become. And the dreams in that instant seem foolish. because she has refused me. More than once now. Has been graceful, has been kind, has been charitable about it, has remained my company, and on at least the periphery of my life, but she will never be mine. If her inclinations towards me had anything approaching the strength of mine towards her, it would not require more than one attempt to convince her to accept me. Nothing had changed, for her part at least, between the first and second asking. So I have no right. There is no logic in expecting a third or fourth entreaty to result in a different outcome. She has made her feelings, however graciously or kindly, perfectly clear. This is the one-sided infatuation, no matter how strong. So then, does that make the rest of my life, my leanings, my outlook, fraudulent? Does my interest in, my being drawn towards that revolutionary spirit she so passionately embodies, stem solely from my love for her person? If she were not leading, not advocating, not striving for a political purpose, would I feel that purpose compel me as fiercely? Am I not, in truth, seduced to its purpose, to the zeal of its followers merely because of her? This does bother me. Of course, it bothers me. It would affect anyone's conscience if they stood and thought about it for long enough, a possible untruth at the core of their very being, their very life, their very worldview. If one had the time and space to stand and think about it. The truth. The enduring, powerful, perhaps pathetic truth is that I do not have that time, that space. As I stand here by this water, by these magnificent creatures, with all the freedom to contemplate that any man could reasonably ask for, all I can continue to think about is how my soul aches for her. How I long for her with every waking moment and breath. And it's been a gift from heaven for my writing, my work. As an artist, I have no complaints about the inspiration she has afforded me. But as a man, as a human being, as an aching soul, I fear it is an emptiness that will never be filled.
Reading Room by Adina, directed by Weems.
This is me, staring at a piece of cross stitch. Not at the woman across the room from me, sleeping on a bunch of chairs with a nice cozy blanket she brought from home. Smart. Definitely not a man who's picking his. Really? Come on, dude, this is a hospital. It's so gross. Oh. No, I'm I'm sorry. I didn't mean. It's fine. Just stare at my own two hands. Push the needle up through the iota cloth. Push the needle down through the iota cloth. Up. And down. Up. And down. Time my breathing so it matches each stitch. You're gonna miss Christmas this year, sweetie. I'm sorry. I really am. Today was the last day they had before the end of the year, and I couldn't afford to wait. Like, for real. I don't have enough saved up to cover the deductible, let alone the max out of pocket a second year in a row. But it's fine, because I didn't finish this stupid stocking anyway, right? Please, let this color last. I can be purple for a long time. The surgeon said it'll take 3 hours. I don't think I have 3 hours of purple left. Purple. Purple. A period of purple crying. A nice alliterative way of lecturing people not to kill the baby. Seems obvious before the baby's there, more like a prophecy after. Babies are awful sometimes. So, don't go insane. Even though there's some level of insanity happening, brain's going through a massive rewiring, drunk on sleep deprivation. But don't kill it. Just walk away from the crying. Crying is normal. Isn't it? Always? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate the update. Thanks. I remember your crying. I don't think I really understood what inconsolable meant before that, to not be able to comfort someone. No matter what you did, not feeding, not rocking, not changing, not through the sheer power of love that you tried to kinetically infuse into this writhing being by sheer force of thought. Is that prayer? Well, did it work? You were inconsolable. They say it doesn't hurt what you have, but they're not babies. How would they know? It seems like it would hurt. Is that why you were crying and I didn't know? I'm staring. I have to stop staring. There's a whole room of us here, parents, with our only connection to our children, this screen that says, IV started, incision open, incision closed, recovery. Except yours is stuck on incision open. Maybe the screen's broken. Do these other people know? Is this their first time here, or are they as dumb as me? How did they make that decision? How old are their kids? Will they be alright? Will they be? It's my mom. Can you take it? Go on. It's my place. And I really don't want to deal with her right now. You feel like that someday too, probably. Only, well, I hope not. But, you tried to kill me, you know? The day you decided to be born. When a saw your dad's face, that's when I knew I was going to die. It was okay with me. It was just something that was happening to my body. It didn't hurt. I could literally feel the blood draining from my lips, literally because my blood pressure was plummeting and my pulse was bouncing all over the place to the ebb and flow of the beeping of the monitors. There was panic in your dad's face as he tried to get the residents' attention, and she blew him off. It wasn't until your heartbeat dropped that she even looked up, because you were all that mattered. That's how some of them make you feel. Like you're not a person, you're just a vessel. But not him. Never him. I could feel myself slipping away, and it was okay. It was okay except for seeing the fear in his face. I wanted to say, it is what it is, love. It's okay. But I couldn't speak. And then they were pumping something in me, and there was an oxygen mask, and there I was, alive, fully alive and life-giving, and you were okay in there, and I was okay out here. I got a popsicle, it was great. So much easier to be the one to do the dying than to watch it happen. And here they don't even let you watch it, they just leave you in this place in between, like an airplane ride with no Wi-Fi, feeling nothing, purgatory. Why does it still say in Szeto-Joe? It said that for over an hour. I just want to hold you again. Fuck. I'm out of purple.
Beaute is in the Eye of the Beholder by Michael Ganley, directed by Kacie.
Thank you for seeing us, Dr. Maxwell. Yeats said you're the best pediatrician in the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, our daughter Bridget, she needs help. She barely eats. Other children her age are speaking, but she only speaks gibberish. She won't even answer her own name.
Bridget? Bridget, look at Daddy.
And how long has your daughter been smoking and drinking wine?
Do not judge us. Smoking and drinking wine are the only things that we can do as a family.
Oh, I'm not judging you, but I do think I see what the problem is.
Oh God, does she have a brain tumor?
I wish it were that simple. Mr. and Mrs. Wilson, your daughter is French.
Well, that's impossible. We're from Florida.
Well, French is a recessive gene. You probably both have French in your families. You can't argue with the science. Your daughter is French.
I did not give birth to my daughter in the parking lot of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, so that some Dr. Fancy Pants tells me that she's French. We're leaving. Bridget!
Brigitte.
Brigitte? Yes, I am Brigitte. What is your name?
Je m'appelle Dr. Maxwell.
Do you have any food? I'm so hungry.
Oh, tu es femme? Tu veux ce baguette? How about some escargot? The gastrointestinal system of the French can only eat certain foods. Baguettes, macarons, crème fraîche. It's all here in this pamphlet.
So your child is French. It all makes sense, man. Her love of wine and art, her sense of style, because you know she cut her own bangs yesterday, and goddamn it looked good.
I mean, it looked okay.
Do you remember that Sunday outfit she put on? I didn't think navy and black could go together, but she made it work.
I'm sorry, but we are from Florida. What do we know about raising some fancy French child?
Chris, we can do this. It'll be fun.
Fun? We got tickets to the monster truck rally. You think she'll find that fun? I always dreamed of having a daughter. Someone I could share secrets with, like how to wear high heels in the mud, or what kind of lipstick doesn't smear when you check the beer. Now you're telling me she's gonna be all cultured and judgy. Well, I have been kicked out of every Outback Steakhouse and Pango Day, and I'm not gonna make anyone make me feel ashamed of it, especially not my own daughter.
Yes, we can do this. I'll bet there are classes we can take, stuff that'll teach us how to deal with reject. Right, Doc?
Sure, you can hear in Tampa Bay. There's a French film festival this week at Frank's Cinema and Bowling Alley. All French Jean-Luc Godard films.
That's a half mile away from the Monster Truck Show.
Do we still get to see Sharksaurus?
Tuckasaurus?
Reggie? You like Sharksaurus?
Tuckasaurus is funny. It makes me laugh.
She likes Sharksaurus! Oh, no, yeah, we can do both. We can just sneak some beers into that John Luke movie.
We can get Bridget one of those corn dogs at the Monster Truck Show. She'll eat it and put some fancy cheese on it.
Don't feed her a corn dog. It'll kill her. No, it's all right there in pamphlets.
There's so much to learn.
What we're gonna do it together. Pass the thing.
Hey dog, I don't think my parents understand me.
We're gonna be intermittent for 10 minutes.